Hey guys, welcome to our new podcast.
Listen,
Listen,
sis.
sis, the safe space for honest conversations about life, dating, parenthood, and everything in between.
We're best friends, sisters, and two women navigating this life in real time. The wins, the lessons, and the moments that make you say, whew, listen, sis.
So grab your coffee or your wine and be prepared to take notes because if you ever needed honest advice, shared laughs, or a reminder that you're not alone,
You're
you're
in
in
the
the right
right
place.
place.
Hey guys, welcome back to
Listen,
Listen,
sis.
sis. Once again, I'm Candace.
And I'm Quinn.
Two best friends who happen to be sisters
Yeah,
in real life.
in real life. Real sisters.
Real sisters
In real life.
in real life. I appreciate you all making it to the third episode of Listen Sis.
Thank y'all so much for watching and
Thank you.
streaming and listening and giving all
Yes.
y'all feedback. We love y'all so much for that. Like, we appreciate it.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Mhm.
We have so much to share, so much going on in this world. I'm so grateful to have my sister here to have these conversations
Of
with. And we
course.
just are like, we just want y'all to join into our safe space with us and have
Yes.
these conversations too. So I can't wait to hear y'all comments and
Mhm.
questions, concerns.
Feedback.
Let me know what y'all want to talk about because
Mhm.
listen, it's a safe space and we'll talk about it together.
All of it.
All of
All of
it.
it.
I
All of
know. And
it.
with that being said, how's life, sis? What's going on?
I feel like life be life
Oh, it
and
does.
same shit, different day.
Yeah.
I mean, what else can you say about it?
Yeah.
I mean, we all trying to make it. We all trying to get there. We all trying to have that woosah moment. Ooh, what you think going on?
I
What you have
know. Man, listen, sis.
going?
So much between I'm an entrepreneur, trying to still build my business.
And it's awesome.
Thank you. Also starting this pod, which has been very cathartic for
I
me. I thank you for
know.
this. This is
Oh
like,
no, I thank you for this because
yeah,
you know this. I'm like,
yeah,
thank you.
yeah,
Like, thank you for this. I needed this,
yeah.
and thank you guys.
Yes. And listen, I'm chatty patty. I always have something to talk about. But today I really want to talk about the part of life slash parenting that like we whisper about.
Oh wow, that's a good
Yeah, like
one. That's
not
a
the
good one.
highlight reel that you see on Instagram or the pictures you post on
Mhm.
Facebook. And I see all y'all comments and y'all prayer hands
Mhm.
and the little hearts and stuff like
Mhm.
that. But behind the scenes,
Nobody talks about what
yeah,
happens behind the scenes and what it took to get that little reel or what
yeah,
it took to get that picture. Like nobody talks about
yeah,
the dynamic, what it is, the dynamic with the picture or who's in
yeah.
the picture, like that energy focused into that. No one talks about that
Bec-
silence. And
oh,
when you hold all of that stuff in, like that can just on the in out and outside, someone's looking and you look perfectly fine, but on the
yeah,
inside you're struggling
yeah,
by
big time.
yourself. And I mean, that's hard.
Yeah, I think we should normalize those conversations of like, even me with my profession, like clients come in and
Hmm.
of course, like, we always want to talk about like the thing what Johnny did and
Right,
made
right,
the honor
right.
roll and made the
Mhm.
all-star team and things like
Mhm.
that. But we don't talk about the part of parenting, like where we really are hurting because we're feeling all kind of ways because of our children. Like,
Right.
and the thing
Mhm.
is, like, they're human.
And sometimes I just feel like, I mean, they're our kids. We love them to pieces. Sometimes I really feel like they're just oblivious. Like
Yeah,
they don't see or know what we're going through or what
yeah,
it took us to get to this point or to make them comfortable,
yeah.
to have them with everything that they have. Do you ever feel like guilty, like some mom guilt sometimes with
Mm,
feeling like
it depends. The
on with the
mom guilt,
situation?
yeah, it depends on the situation. I tend to have it, sometimes, but then I have to remind myself that I'm an adult.
First.
I'm an adult
Mhm.
first. And I had to go through like those levels and layers of growing just as
Mhm.
they do.
Right,
And so
right.
I'm just trying to like guide them, in like not the perfect direction, but like in a healthy, direction.
What do you mean about parenting hurts? Like, I heard you mention that, but let's touch on that again. Like, what do you mean by that?
Yeah. Parenting hurts in ways like no one could have like honestly prepared me for.
Mm.
Like, for real. Like,
Mhm, mhm,
it
mhm.
just like, the smallest things that just like, feeling unappreciated,
Mhm.
feeling unseen,
Okay.
just even watching my child struggle and I can't help them because I have to let them go through it just like I went through it. That's
Mm.
hard too.
That's really, really hard. I
Mhm.
mean, it's kinda like that silent pressure and you're watching your kids and you want them to be the best they can be, but sometimes they go through things as well, but you
Mhm.
try to shield them from all of that, and sometimes it's hard. mean, I work, if you guys don't know, I work at a mental health facility
Mm,
and I work with adolescents 12 through 17. So every day, my mental is pushed to the limit because I'm just so sympathizing for these kids
yeah.
that 12, 13 have tried to overdose and don't want to be here
Oof.
anymore and think that their world is ending because their boyfriend or girlfriend stopped talking to them. Like,
Mhm.
it's really hard to even like to have like my daughters and like my niece and nephew, and I'm like
Mhm.
always, are you guys mental okay? Like
Yeah.
I feel like if I don't check on them, like I'm checking on these kids at work, like what if something's going on with them and
Yeah.
I don't know? Like now I'm feeling guilty because
Mm,
so I'm always asking the kids like, how's your mental?
yeah.
What's going on?
'Cause you're checking on 100 kids a day, and then it's
Uh-huh.
like when you get home, you're
Mhm.
exhausted,
Uh-huh.
but it's like we still have to, as
I still have
parents,
to, right.
like, yeah, like,
Mhm.
check in on your
Check
kids,
in.
and the kids don't get like, you work
Mm-mm.
like a 8-hour shift,
100%.
10, 12-hour shift, and you come home and you're just, like, drained, and it's
Mhm.
like, we still have to parent, which ain't
Mhm.
no problem. Like,
Ain't no
that's what I have
problem.
to do, that's
That's
what
what
I
I
have to do,
do.
but they don't get, like, the things that we've even been through in the
Mhm.
course of that, like, one, like, little 8-hour
100%. Like, I
12-hour
sometimes you
thing.
just wish, like, that
Yeah.
you can shield them as well as
Yeah.
them know how much you are that super person for them
Yeah.
and shielding them, and it's so hard just to
Yeah.
even be 8 hour, 10, 9 hours with these kids, and it's just if I do go home and I don't ask them how they've been, like, now I'm feeling guilty.
Mhm.
Now I'm like, "Oh, man,
Yeah.
what if my child is going through something tonight and I didn't ask her what's wrong or I didn't
Mm.
say
Yeah.
this or that?" Like, now I'm feeling a way, and
Yeah.
then I work there again. So the next day, I do
Yeah.
it again and again and again. So, I mean, conducive to my mental health is definitely not it's hard.
Yeah.
It's very, very
Is that
hard.
something that, like, what has surprised you the most about motherhood?
I think the most is you want to take all of I want to take all of
Mhm.
my kids' pain and sickness and everything away. Like,
Mhm.
I don't want them to feel
Mhm.
anything. I want them to be in these
Mhm.
bubbles and rainbows and butterflies, and it's not like that.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, like, when you grow up and you're like, "I'm gonna have a baby, and I'm gonna have a little stroller,
Mhm.
and I'm gonna have this, and I'm gonna have that," and you just think that everything's just do, 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 but
Yeah.
there's no handbook. There's so many self-help books for
I know.
parenting and how to do this and self-help, how to baby dummy book, all kind of things, but it's just
None of
that's
them are
not
like 100%.
right, or
Yeah.
conducive to you and
Yeah.
your lifestyle and your kids and what you go through on a daily basis.
Yeah.
So it's hard. I just find myself trying to maneuver and think of different ways to kind of how I'm gonna tackle this today.
Yeah.
Like, how am I gonna show up for them as I'm showing up for myself
Mhm.
and still find a
Yeah.
way not to lose myself. So that's
Yeah.
kind of like big as
And
well.
it is big. My therapist, my current therapist, she helped me out with that, like saying, like, imagine someone knocking on your door, like, or
Mhm.
you're knocking on someone's door. How are you showing up? Are you showing up as mother? Are you showing up as sister? Are you
Mm.
showing up as nurse?
Mhm.
Are you showing up? You know what I mean?
How
Like,
are you
how are you
showing up?
showing up? And so I realize I have to like switch modes almost. Like when I'm
Mhm.
at work, I'm like, hi, I'm Candace. I have this, and then when I'm out with y'all, I'm like,
Nah, nah,
like,
nah,
yeah, but when I'm inside, clean that kitchen.
Like, it's all those different modes that you take on all of those different hats
Yeah.
throughout the day, and it gets to be a lot.
Whew.
Like, you're taking on all of that, and then sometimes if you have your kids and they don't see that, they don't
Yeah.
see all of the things that you're going through
Mm-mm.
on a daily basis and that
Yeah.
you're putting up with and you're keeping to yourself.
I
Because
know.
I mean, that's the thing, we never talk about it. We
Mhm.
never say like, we always talk about the
Yeah.
good things, like honor roll and track
Yeah.
practices and football, and we talk about the good things, but we never say how this
Yeah.
little somebody did this and hurt my feelings. Our kids do hurt our
Oh,
feelings sometimes, and
girl.
they don't even know it
Oh,
most of the
girl.
time. So, what has been the most painful part emotionally for you as a parent? What do you
Mm.
think?
Man, it's 2 things for me emotionally because I have 2 children,
Mhm,
and it's hard because the first one is such one way and the
mhm.
second one is not.
Yeah, that's
And
usually how it is. The first one's usually, like, so laid back, and that
yeah,
second one is Wild Magnolia.
it Wild Magnolia, yeah,
Mhm.
and it so I had to kinda adjust on that because I expected the second one just
Yeah,
to be,
100% you
yeah,
did.
just like
Mhm,
that or whatever, and they're not that. And then also, for me in particular, I feel that consideration is
mhm,
one of the highest forms of love to me. My children, I don't think that they have yet grasped that idea
Mhm.
because they're still children. They still have so much more life to go through to
Right.
understand even what consideration is. Even me as a parent, like them understand this is how my mom requires love. We're like, oh,
And then you just
yeah,
kind of you find yourself just kinda, "Oh, I wish they would do it." Now, I don't wanna, like, kinda feel envious or
yeah,
regret or, like, I miss these moments with my kids and they don't wanna do it, but I feel like these are really perfect moments,
yeah,
but they don't feel that way
yeah,
and don't really understand again, like, how you feel.
yeah.
They haven't grasped that consideration
They
part.
really, really have not, and it's like I have to remind myself that, like, we're all growing and we're all,
Mhm.
like, going through moments in
Mhm.
life.
100%.
This is a moment in
Mhm.
time. This is something that's going on now. The past is the past, the
Mhm.
present is the present, the future will be the
Will
future,
be the
and so
future.
I have to understand as a parent, like, not to hold on to me being mad at some of those moments.
Mhm.
And that is so hard and difficult to navigate. It really, really, really is. And it's like, I mean, I sometimes or a lot of times I go back and I reflect to my youth
Mhm.
of like the ways that like one of my children may have made me feel. And then I say, well, Candace, like, did you make one of your parents feel that way?
Ooh, I never thought about that.
Yeah, that's
Uh,
hard. And so that leads me to Candace's
mm,
2 cents.
so
Candace, two to my 2 cents,
What you got today
yeah.
for us?
So I'm always gonna give credit when credit is due, like whoever gave me this little tidbit of
Mhm.
information. But yeah, so my therapist the other day, I'm gonna keep listen, I'm paying for therapy, so you don't have
'Cause listen, I be needing it, okay? I be needing it.
so my
Mhm.
therapist the other day, she told me, she said, because I was telling her something about I was like mad about one of my children about something,
Mhm.
and she was just like, would how would you feel if someone held or if your mother this is what she said. She said, "How would you feel if your mother held you still accountable for 15-year-old Candace?"
Ooh, ooh, that hurt.
I know.
Ooh, well, that like, when you think about it like that,
I
look,
know.
let me put my head down 'cause I probably gave a
Yeah.
little
I know, and
oh,
it's so
man.
hard, and so when I heard that, I had to almost, like, reflect too of times that I know for sure I could probably name a time when I've hurt my mom's feelings.
100%.
I know I probably have. Yeah.
And then the thing is, you can probably name 1 or 2 times, but
Oh,
she probably can
girl.
name
A
a
gazillion.
gazillion
I
times that
know.
you didn't even think about. Like,
Yeah.
you didn't even take that time to even that wasn't even a consideration.
Yeah, I wasn't thinking of her at all. It brings me to, like, a funny point, like, so last night, I just thought because I was, thinking about what we wanted to talk about today and
Mhm.
stuff like that, and about parents, like, being hurt.
Right.
I never forget I went to Woodmere Elementary, shout out to Woodmere, just for a little while. Look, that's the Woodmere, my mom was like, you going back to
Uh, uh,
I was in private, went to the
you're cutting up too much.
yeah, I
Mhm.
wasn't.
Mhm.
Elementary child.
Oh,
Anywho.
mm,
I never forget, we lived in the neighborhood, and so
mhm,
one day, my mom walked my bike to the school, like, I was like a walker this particular day instead of being a
mhm.
car rider, and I was so excited, and I was like, "Yeah, my mama ride my bike, and I could ride my" I love my pink it was pink and purple and had the streamers
Oh,
on
that's
it, and I used to be flipping my hair, riding my
sweet.
I love that pink bike so much, and I never forget, she came to school with the bike, she walked it because she an adult, like, I mean, like, I was about 8, maybe 9,
Mhm.
so she couldn't ride this
Right, to
so
walk
she
the bike to
walked
you.
that bike all the way to school, and when she got to me with that bike, I got on that bike and took off. I took off, like, riding so fast, and no lie, I'm sitting in front of the house for at least, like, 15, 20 minutes waiting for her to come unlock the door. Like, I
And
just I just left her.
like maybe she probably was like, well, that could have been our time.
Yeah,
I'll walk, we'll ride, we'll talk, we'll go to the
I
neighborhood.
know.
But you, in your mind,
Yeah, and my 9-year-old
in your
mind
9-year-old mind,
yeah, and
mhm,
so that's hard for me because, like, my children may do something in their 9-year-old selves, their
mhm,
10-year-old selves, their 15, 14-year-old self.
right,
They may do things to, like, hurt my feelings, but my problem is I hold on to that, and I be like, "I ain't talking to you." And it's like, I can't keep being like that, like, with my
mhm,
kids. I have
mhm,
to, like, acknowledge, like, this is a moment. This
100%.
is something that we're going through.
Mhm,
They're learning. They're gonna adjust, and
mhm.
they'll figure out,
They'll
like
figure it out.
yeah.
Well, that's what we want them.
We want them
We
to.
want them to
Yeah.
figure it out. We want them to be considerate and
Yeah.
to learn how to maneuver through life. Because I mean,
Yeah.
consideration not only for us,
Yeah.
like with their friends, with their partners, their
But
pets,
that's like they don't get that. That's what I require,
your
and that's big.
mother.
Yeah, and that's big on like my list of like,
Mhm.
did you, consideration, and not just with my children, like with just people in
Right,
my life,
right.
but they don't get that. Like,
And I think
yeah,
also they don't think like that's just my mama.
yeah,
My mama be all right. My mama don't need
yeah,
to say nothing. That's my mama. But deep down, we just kind of like just eat that shit.
yeah,
We just kind of eat it. Like we want to say something, but
yeah.
we don't want to be like we still want to be appreciative and grateful for our
Mhm.
kids. But I won't tell you how you did this. You
Yeah,
did this. It made me feel. But I also think like that's just my mama.
I
Because I
know.
feel like me growing up, like, that's just my mom.
Yeah,
That's just my mom. Like, I saw my mama going to work super early, working
yeah,
all the time, and just I'm just young and wanna, like, play with my friends and run the streets, and I'm like, "My mama be alright. Oh,
yeah.
I don't need to stay home. My mama be alright." Sometimes, like, now I want
I
my daughter's in
know.
college, her 2nd year, like, sometimes I want her to come home and, like, "Let's talk and let's
Yeah,
watch a movie." At the time, I didn't consider my mom with that.
I know.
I didn't consider her with that. I didn't
Yeah,
even think about that. Like, I wanted to hang with my friends,
I
but
know.
now I want my kid
I
to
know.
be considerate and, "Hey, let's do this together," and she's so nonchalant,
I
y'all.
know.
She'd be like, "No, I'm fine.
I
I'm okay."
know.
And I'd be
I
look
know.
at me, "Oh, it's okay."
It hurts.
It hurts.
It
It
hurts
hurts.
because it's like you have a living best friend, and it's like, especially with daughters, and it's
Yes.
like, "Hey, girl, like, let's do this,"
Let's
and
go get something to
yeah,
eat.
especially all the things that we didn't do with our mother growing up, so it's
Right.
like, we want the best for them and
The
the
best.
everything for them, and they don't get it, and it's like, I feel like we can't say that we're sad because they're
They're
happy, they're
happy.
healthy, they have roofs over
They're
their head, they're
smart. Oh
smart.
my
We're the
gosh.
smartest children, you
Mhm,
guys,
they are so, so
the
smart. Oh my
smartest.
gosh, they're so smart.
And they don't get, like, everything we do is for
Mm-mm.
them. Like,
When we say everything,
everything.
everything we
Yeah.
do is for these kids.
It hurts. Yeah.
You don't always get recognized, even if it's like you're in a relationship. Like sometimes you're the parent that gets recognized,
I
or you're the
know.
fun parent, and you're
Yeah.
the parent that does this or that. So it's just sometimes like you just have to find
Like, the little even, little
that
solid ground.
that
Yeah.
even line. You have to find that.
Yeah. It's hard.
It's very hard. So I think you can still love your kids and miss who you were before them.
Mhm.
Does that make sense? Kinda like miss who you were as a person, as an individual instead of my mama,
Mhm.
my dog, my bro,
Mhm.
mommy, my
Yeah.
hey, girl.
Yeah.
Like, they just call us all kind of stuff, but,
Yes.
like, can you miss your person prior to having kids?
I think so, and I think sometimes we feel bad about it.
Mhm,
Like, that's not always the
mhm.
case. It's okay to grieve. It's
Yourself.
yeah, to grieve yourself
Uh-huh.
or the version of yourself that you never got to live.
Oh, yeah. It's okay to
Yeah,
grieve that. It's okay.
yeah,
Grieve your old self. It's okay to kind of miss your freedom, so to say,
yeah,
your spontaneity, like
mhm,
things that you used to do. You can get up and I can
yeah,
get up and do this now, but now you got to get up and hold on. Did this eat?
I
This
know.
person eat? This little thing did this. The school did this. Haircut, hair,
Yeah,
clothes, shoes. It's not just all about yourself anymore. So do you feel guilty?
yeah. It's crazy because I had a client the other day, she's actually really younger than me and I have 2 children, and she
Hmm.
has more than 2 children, and she was just feeling a little down about, like, saying that she, doesn't know who she is anymore outside of those kids.
Mm-hmm.
And it really, like, resonated with me, but I find joy in other things to
Hmm.
keep me good and
Going
grounded
right.
and going when I feel, a way about my children or whatnot. But I had to get her to understand that in this moment, back to moments,
Mhm,
this is the moment that you are in your life currently. It
mhm,
doesn't mean it's always going to stay like this. And I
right.
told her, I said, "Girl, love on them babies, hug on them babies, kiss on
Mm,
them, and do all those things because it's not going to be like that always." So it's like, yeah, you feel bad about not getting to go hang out with your friends anymore or
mhm,
doing that.
mhm.
Baby, that time gonna come.
Gonna come,
It's gonna
trust me, it's
come. You
gonna
just have to
come.
go through like literally like the wave of life.
Mhm,
Like you were single, you were young, we were all teenagers, we
mhm,
were young 20-year-olds, and then we had children, and
mhm.
that was like the
That was
point.
that
Yeah.
point, those
And I remember,
moments.
girl, you remember we used to be at Surge, Chuck
All the
Cheese,
place
every
with
movie
these
that came
kids
out,
and
popcorn boxes and candy,
everything.
stopping at Dollar Tree getting
All
something.
X
Yeah. And
for
so it's
these
like we
kids.
also mourn that. Like, so
Mhm,
it's like I mourn like who I could have been
Mhm.
without children, but I also mourn that era when I did have young children and we
And we
did have a
did do
yeah,
all the
all
little
the
fun things together
things.
with our little baby.
It
It
hurts.
does hurt. I
Nobody
mean,
don't talk about that.
and sometimes I feel selfish for even thinking about
Yeah,
it. Like, I feel selfish for saying, "Oh, I wish," and, "Oh," like, I feel selfish. Like,
yeah,
why do I, like, feel selfish for feeling that was my old self.
yeah,
That was that moment. That was that time.
yeah,
But sometimes as a parent, you feel selfish for
yeah. But you
wanting
shouldn't.
to,
Yeah,
remember your old self, to,
yeah.
like, revive your old self, so
I
to say.
know. It's hard. It's really, really tricky, but I don't think that, you should feel bad about,
Mhm,
because I even though I don't think so much about like my old like self because I feel like I'm kind of almost living in my old self again
mhm.
because like I said like things like it's a moment. Yeah, don't definitely don't feel bad about,
Yeah,
anything
and
like
that's
that or
kinda what
whatever.
we just have to tell ourselves, like, "Don't
Yeah.
feel bad about it." Like, you feel it, you go through it.
And yeah, so it's like I think it's okay to be able to talk like
Mhm,
about the isolation.
mhm,
That's something that I think a lot of parents, especially like mothers, we don't want to do. We don't want to bring up like the parts that make us sad and
mhm.
like make us feel away. Because listen, like parenting can be the loneliest room you've ever been in, like the
Oh, that's tough.
loneliest room
That's
you have
really,
ever,
really tough.
ever,
I
ever been
mean,
in.
just
Yeah.
kinda feeling lonely by yourself even when you are with your
I
partner.
know, because
You
we're single mothers,
and
forced mothers. So
divorce
it's not like we just popping out like random little
so
babies or whatever.
we was with the daddies,
Yeah.
okay? So we were with the daddies. It's just kinda
Yeah,
even if it's the loneliness is you have friends. Your friends wanna go
yeah,
out. Your friends don't have kids, but you have kids. So
yeah,
they can't relate to what you relate
going
to. I
through,
mean,
yeah.
you know?
It's hard. Sometimes it is like a lonely room, and then so another thing the other day, and I called you
Mm,
that day or whatever, but Imma just share with the audience or whatever. I was in the mall with one of my children,
mhm.
and I was like, "Oh, I need a new coat and,
Oh, yeah,
let's
that'll
try on
be
some clothes." And I was like, "Oh, let's go to the mall and let's go do this." And I had like the whole day, y'all. We're gonna
dot,
go to the
dot, dot,
mall and we're
dot,
gonna go
dot.
in this store, we're
Uh-huh.
gonna go in that store, and I'm gonna get them this and get them that and this and that. And then it's like they were like, "Well, can I go off?" And I was like, "Sure," because I mean, she's a teenager, so I'm not
Right.
gonna like expect her to be on my hip. And so she comes back and I'm like, "Okay." So she showed me what she found, and I was like, "Okay, Imma get it for you." So now
Mhm.
you got me buying your clothes, which I'm your mother,
It's like,
too,
"Oh
right?
my gosh, you like that? I like that
Yes.
too. Let's get
And
it."
so as I started trying on, like, all these different coats, I'm like, "What about this one? What about this one?" And she's just, like, not paying I mean, when I say 0 attention to me, and it made me feel so small, like, I really didn't feel seen, and so ironically, this random Caucasian
Mhm.
lady, she touches me, and she's like, "Mother to mother, you look really good in that coat."
Oh, that was very nice.
It really was. For her to just even acknowledge that I was in this lonely room
Mhm.
for
That
that
lonely
moment,
room for that moment.
and she was with her teenage daughter, and, like, they were off doing whatever, but I didn't even know this lady was even, like, watching
Mhm.
me or, like, paying attention, but just for a moment, I felt seen.
And the thing is, I feel like even that mother, I'm sure she has gone through that
Oh,
before, so she definitely
definitely.
was like,
I
"I feel you,
know.
like, I see you and I feel you."
Y'all, I was about to cry. I was, like,
Mhm,
standing in line, I was like because just for a minute and it's not like that, my child did anything, like, so egregious, but, like,
mm-mm,
I just felt like she got what she wanted as a child, like, I
mhm.
went to the mall with my mama, let me go run up this
I got
bill to
this,
have
got
'cause
this.
she know I'm gonna get it for her or
Mhm,
whatnot or whatever, but, like, right in that one moment when I needed, like, a little input from her and I
mhm.
wanted to, like, have a little,
Girl time.
time,
Yeah, it hurts our
and it hurt
feelings,
me
yeah.
bad. It really,
I
really
mean,
did.
just like you said, you didn't feel seen.
I did it, and then it sucked because it's like I didn't wanna, like, talk about it because it's like I felt like I was making a big deal out of
Mhm,
nothing, but it felt good to, like, get in the
mhm,
driveway and call my sister and
mhm,
cry and say, "This is what happened today."
mhm.
I just felt like I just needed to release that, and I feel like sometimes people don't have that person or safe space to be able to release those emotions they're having.
Or I feel like sometimes people have people to talk to, but they don't wanna burden
Mhm.
anyone.
Another one
Like,
too.
I mean, I don't wanna tell you about this, and, like, they don't wanna burden it, and you don't want, like, someone else's opinions or
Yeah.
what if you feel a negative energy from them and you just feel like it's gonna be negative back, but and now I don't wanna look selfish, I don't
Yeah.
wanna look, like, ungrateful of my child, but it's also just, like, it's sometimes just you don't wanna burden someone.
Mhm.
And then even if you thought maybe if you would've even had the conversation with her, like, do you think you would've gotten anywhere? I don't think
I
like,
know, because
that
they don't, because 'cause they're still
and
children.
that's not even
Yeah.
considering, like, "Oh, what's wrong?" Like,
But
"What's wrong with
and
you?"
that's crazy because I held on to that moment so hard, and I had to, like, learn how to release it because
Mhm,
I cannot be mad at what 14-year-old such and such did to me today, like, for forever ago.
mhm,
So it's like,
mhm.
because 'cause Imma hold on to some shit. I really do, and it's hard because I do it with my children as well, and I have to
Mhm.
just, like,
Okay.
this is how
Okay.
they're children. This is an adult. This is a child. This is an I can't hold my children at the same standards as
Mhm.
I will an adult or
Right.
because you
Oh,
know better.
100%. Uh-huh.
You're not about to say you ain't know and this and that or
Mhm.
whatever, like with
But the
children.
child, like, and
Yeah,
we're in the mall and we're so much going on and
yeah,
people and "Oh, I didn't know you wanted
yeah,
me to." "Oh, I didn't know."
yeah,
And then even if you did have the conversation with her and now you be, like, mad at her because you knew, but
yeah,
she didn't know. She didn't know
yeah,
at that point you needed that little
yeah.
validation from her.
Yeah, it's true, yeah, but
I
going back
mean
to, like, yeah, having that village, and it's not like we don't have, like, like, family to be able to,
mhm.
like, talk to, but sometimes we don't wanna,
We
like,
don't. You don't
burden
wanna
them or
burden
bother them,
someone.
so, like, "Can you go pick up John from school?" Like, you don't
'Cause I
wanna
need a
have
little
to.
break, but you just don't want
Yeah,
to, and then they're looking at you like, "Well, what's wrong with you?
I
Look what they
know.
did you." And, like, now you're starting to feel like, "Well, maybe I shouldn't have said
Yeah,
anything." And you feel, like, even
I
smaller
know.
because I mean, you don't want anybody looking at you.
Yeah, and my problem is I don't wanna ask for the help, and I know, like, that I need to sometimes just use my mouth and be like, "Hey, sis, can you pick up G from school for me?" And, like, she either could say yes or she could either say no.
And you know I'm going
Yeah,
100% to get my girl,
I know.
like,
I
anytime.
know,
You know that for a
I
fact.
know, I really do, and I feel so sad for the people who don't have that sense of
Mhm,
community, like,
mhm,
just to, like, listen to and just vent about,
mhm,
like, how their child made them mad that day or, like, how they didn't have help because their mom is the parent is the person, like, bringing them to school, bringing them to
mhm.
all the practices, bringing them
Yes.
to everything and doing
Yes.
everything, like, listen,
It's
parenting is hard,
hard.
and we
It's
got
hard.
2, that old saying that 1 is 1 and 2 is 200, it's real. Yeah.
So right here is
Yeah.
so when I tell you it's 4 different little
Yeah.
personalities, 4 big
Yeah.
personalities, 4 of
Yeah.
all of that, and they looking at us like, "What's wrong with y'all? We
Yeah.
ain't look, we ain't even done. What's wrong?" And we just
Yeah. Yeah. Parenting hurts sometimes, but I feel like when we recognize that parenting hurt, it makes us realize that we're human.
no, yes, yes,
Yeah.
yes, 'cause
So
you
that's the
have
whole
to.
yeah, and that's the
Yeah,
whole
we're
goal of what I
human.
want everyone to get out of this
Mhm,
episode of this pod is just, like, understanding that parenting does hurt.
mhm,
Sometimes it is sorrowful, especially if you lost a child,
mhm.
and
Oh,
that grief,
yeah.
oh my
Mhm,
god,
mhm.
it's a heavy job, and, like, I heard someone say, like, it could be, like, one of the most unrewarding jobs and things, like, ever,
100%.
but it's like I just want people to understand that, like, your feelings are valid, like, yes, your child hurt your feelings, it's okay,
Mhm,
give them grace, it's a moment, they're
mhm.
gonna grow, and also go back and reflect to those times of, like, did you hurt your parents' feelings? Because 'Cause I'm pretty sure you did.
And, like, think about those times,
Yeah,
like, go back and think about those times, like, parenting, I think, also hurts because, like, our love for them runs deep,
I
like,
know.
our love for our kids runs so
Yeah,
deep, like, it's just
and to me, love equates pain.
pain does not mean you're
It
failing.
doesn't.
Pain does not mean you're failing, like,
Yeah.
you're again, you're human.
Yeah, and it looks different for everybody.
Mhm,
The way we
mhm,
parent, the way she parents is completely different from
mhm,
and I have a son, so
mhm.
that makes a big
That
difference
makes a big difference.
too. So you can't even like look at the highlight reels on social media and like the
Mm-mm.
TikTok dads and like the YouTube moms and things like
It's
that. Like
cute.
and it's yeah.
They cut and do all this stuff and get back on camera. It's very cute. Like
Yeah.
the aesthetics are so nice. But again,
Yeah.
you find yourself sometimes people compare themselves to that, and that's not
Yeah.
because your life is your life. You're human again. Like
Yeah.
you can't compare yourself to those highlight reels,
Yeah, it doesn't mean
right?
that you're failing.
You're
You're
not
doing a good
failing.
job, sis.
You're very good.
Listen, it's hard, and like I said before, with my profession, me like talking to women like all the time or
Hmm.
whatever, we don't realize like how parallel our lives are and the
Hmm.
things that we go through. So I just cannot wait, you guys, to like curate a safe space for
Hmm.
mothers in particular to be
Hmm.
able to like talk and just talk about like parenting, dating, like
Hmm.
beyond the pod, like
Yeah,
pod,
behind
pod, pod,
beyond the pod. Dot dot dot.
beyond the pod
Uh-huh.
and have that safe space. I think
Right.
it's really like important for people to have like, a sense of community,
Hmm.
sisterhood, or like all that stuff where
All
people
that.
kind of, you
And
get it.
come and feel comfortable to kinda,
Yeah.
even if it's you, let me just
One event.
one event, or even
Yeah.
if you just kinda wanna sit and just kinda listen and just
Yeah.
kinda, you don't have to talk,
Yeah.
like, just listen to kinda be in a space of, like, positivity. Like,
Mhm.
that's, like, awesome as well.
'Cause we tend to, like, not wanna talk about, like, "What this little badass did today?"
Mhm.
And it's like, "Well, let's talk about the part that hurt." And then when
Right.
I do get the person that comes to me and they do talk about the stuff that hurt, I'm like, "You too? Like,
Mhm.
I went through that too."
Mhm.
And then me and my clients end up, like, talking another 20,
Mhm.
30 minutes. It's just about, like, the love that we have for our children, and we just
Mhm.
wish that we can just shake them, but then we both, like, look at each other and be like, today, leaving out the house, me and that girl was trying to lie. She legit had on a black top, blue jeans, and we look at each other like the little Spider-Man meme. Like, "Oh, she we the same damn
The same
person."
person, the same person, the
Yeah.
same
So we
person.
have to, give ourselves grace, give
Mhm.
our parents grace because
Mhm.
they pretty much they know what the heck they was doing, and give our children grace
Give
too
them grace
because
as
they're
well.
they're growing and they're
Mhm.
little humans and that
Mhm.
we're humans
Mhm.
and we're doing the best that we can,
The best we
and they're
can.
doing the best that they can as children as
I mean,
well.
as
I mean,
well.
they don't know.
Again, like, me in mental health working in that field, like, some of the kids, they're just lost, like, they don't have any
Yeah.
direction, they don't have a parent to tell them to do this or to do this, and then I sometimes I fear, like, 12, 13, 14, like, what are they gonna be like in 10 years from
Oh,
now? So that's hurtful. So, I
see.
mean, I talk to parents every day, and it's just "What did I do? I didn't do
Yeah.
this right, I
You
didn't do
ain't
this
doing
right,"
nothing.
or
Sometimes you did.
sometimes you did. Well, a lot of people, like, foster parents, they, like, just want so much
Yeah.
love and take these kids in, and these kids just run amok, and they
Yeah.
feel like you can't put that on yourself.
Yeah.
You do the best you can, best person you can be,
Yeah.
have to still show up for yourself as well as show up for your child.
Yeah.
But sometimes it's hard. You just have to find that fine line.
True,
To
true.
find that fine line.
But listen, we're doing the best that we can do.
Yes.
We encourage everyone else to do the best
The
that you
best you
can
can
do as
do.
well.
Uh-huh.
Stay tuned for small meeting group. But
Yes.
for now, comment, DM, let us know, like, how does parenting hurt for you? And
Mhm.
like, like in just in small ways. And
Right.
we're not talking about physical. This is
No.
not an episode about physical
Definitely
abuse.
emotional
Emotional. And then
pain.
it's physical exhaustion.
Exhaustion, like,
Yeah.
sometimes I'm just tired. I'm just tired, like,
Yeah.
emotional pain, like, the pain no one sees, like,
Yeah.
what you're holding and building up inside of you, and sometimes you don't even know it's
Yeah.
pain, like, you don't even know, like,
I
"Well, damn,
know.
that did hurt my
It
feelings."
did. I
So, like,
know.
that kinda pain that we don't talk about, that
Yeah.
kinda exhaustion that we don't talk about.
Yeah,
So,
we're here for
we're
you.
here.
Yeah, 'cause
Mhm.
we listen, we've been here for each other for some time, and we want want to
Y'all,
help
come
y'all
on in.
come on
Come
in, like
on
we said
in, sit
before, get your
down.
coffee, your wine,
Come
take
on.
some notes.
Take
So
some notes.
until next time, you guys, thank you so much for tuning in.
Mhm,
Like I said
mhm.
before, drop in the comments, even share this episode with a friend, and y'all talk
Please,
about how
yes.
does like
Mhm,
parenting hurt for you, or like
mhm.
because it does.
It
Because I
really
was going
does.
to say or, but
It
there is no
does.
or
There is
because
no or.
it does. It hurts.
And differently for everyone, but
Yeah,
it does hurt.
yeah.
So,
So let us know, you guys, and
mhm.
until next time, this
Listen,
is
sis.
it. Bye, guys.